Hello, everybody. Back for some more Final Fantasy XIV today. We're gonna do about another hour or so of FF14, and then we will dive into some Overwatch afterwards. So, hope you'll join me with some more MSQ. Okay. Alright, let's head to Castrum Fluminus. Guessing probably best way to get there is to go to Namai first. And then we need to head south. Edomo, Ekuchas. Let's actually use a different mount. Let's use Oracle. Good luck. Chocobo looked like something entirely else? Get up there. Alright. The area is secure. Whatever our visitors' purpose, they plainly believe they can achieve it alone. The craft should come into view at any moment. Let us await them inside the castrum. Alright. Remember at the large pink thing that I was riding on before? It's called what is it called? Like Mubu or something like that? I forget the name. Gubu, I think is what it's called. The ship looks like it's like on fire or something.
A smoke signal? Thoughts, Yugiri?
In former times, such signals were used to announce the coming of an emissary of peace. In Doma, at least. But could that truly be their intent?
Who can say? Whatever they want, we cannot simply blast them out of the sky. Not when they were so gracious as to honor one of our cherished traditions. I would not have it said that we Domans want for propriety.
Then I shall go and reconnoiter.
Nay, that won't be necessary. We will meet them openly. I would welcome this student of Doman history in person, whomsoever he or she may be.
As you wish, my lord. I shall arrange for a signal of our own to be fired in answer.
Maybe a friend that just happens to have one of their ships or something? Oh? The crap is this?
Well, that we should be received by the Lord of Doma himself.
You are?
I but afford an emissary of peace the courtesy he is due. Welcome to Doma, my lord.
Ah, where are my manners? I am Asahi Sas Brutus, ambassador plenipotentiary of Garlemald.
He is heir to the Naiuri clan, and Yotsu's stepbrother.
Oh?
It seems I need not introduce myself. Not in the presence of the famed Yugiri Mr.
Oh, this is the stepbrother.
Your skills as a shinobi are known far and wide, my lady. It is true. The former acting viceroy is my sister. Yet, bonds of kinship aside, we have precious little in common. As will soon become plain, I come not to sow strife, but to end it.
Sounds good.
I am of the Populares, a collective which represents the interests of the common man. Long have we labored to bring about reform to the Empire's provincial policy. Happily for us, our master acknowledges the need for change. Indeed, His Radiance, Emperor Varys Zos Galvus, personally sanctioned this mission, granting me the authority to speak with his voice. To negotiate peace with Doma.
I don't believe you now. I don't believe you now.
Well then, we have much to discuss. Will you accompany me to my hall?
Gladly, my lord.
At first, I thought we could trust him. But now, I don't think so. I don't think so. We shall escort our guests across the river to the Enclave. Yugiri, pray go on ahead to the Izuka Manor docks and see that the ferries are ready. While I steal their ship. No? Okay. Guess not. Let's go, Petey. Ooh. Oh, I thought that was an ether current. It's actually an enemy. Crap. They look kind of like the ether currents. Whee! This is where I talked to that one guy that made all the weapons and armor for us before the battle. I can't remember. Whee! Lord Hien and I will accompany the Imperial delegation on the first ferry. When you are ready, speak with the boatman and join us on the other side. Oh. What? Oh. I think I'm ready. Yes, please. Hi, Jay. Do I have this already? Oh, I don't. Wait, I don't think I've ever been here. Have I been here? No, I haven't. Well, maybe I was, but when it was destroyed and we were running for our lives, I think. There you are. So first things first, what do you think of the Enclave? I must say, I'm quite proud of what my countrymen have accomplished in the time. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. We even have an Aetheryte now, courtesy of the Onishishu. Be sure and attune to it, would you? Once it has the Warrior of Light seal of approval, people might actually start using the thing. Already done, my friend. Already done. My day is going good. My day is going good. But on to the matter at hand. The ambassador and his retinue are at my hall, taking their ease ahead of the negotiations. I want you there when the talking starts. It will serve to send a message to the Empire that Eorzea and Doma stand united. I am not normally one for hollow posturing, but in this game of nations, such gestures carry weight. Oh, and should you feel uneasy about speaking for the Scions, Alphino and Alisaie will also be there. You need only eat, drink, and look imposing. It's what I'm best at. I'll be there. When you're ready, come and join me at my humble abode. Okay. Let's grab the other Aetheryte points first. Or the shards, I think they're called. Northern Enclave. What? This one. That's all of them. These negotiations ought to be interesting. What are the wolf guys called again? I forget the name of them.
On behalf of my delegation, I offer you my humblest thanks. Never did I imagine that I would meet the gallant and noble Lord of Dorma himself, nor be welcomed into his magnificent hall.
You'll forgive me if we forgo the pleasantries. You say you are come to negotiate peace. Unless I am mistaken, such negotiations are typically conducted between sovereign nations. I was not aware that the Emperor had recognized Dorma's sovereignty.
His Radiance has yet to do so, that much is true. Know, however, that he has expressed willingness to cede Dorma to her ancestral masters and treat with her as a friend.
Anyone believe in this? Anybody? No?
Since the days of Emperor Solus, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory. While you may not agree with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong goal, to rid the world of icons. Icons are a blight upon this star. They cannot be suffered to exist. This you know as well as we. In his wisdom, Emperor Varus wishes to explore the possibility of an alliance to combat this common threat. On the condition that Dorma renounces summoning and pledges to police the Korgians' practice of it, his Radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
Dorma has never shown any appetite for summoning, and it should go without saying that we will address any threat to our people, icon or otherwise. With regard to the Korjin, I must stress that they only resorted to summoning under extreme provocation. When the Ruby Sea was at peace and their sacred relics safe, they looked not to their kami for protection. Yet even now, there are certain parties who would destabilize the region with ill-conceived military forays. Unless they alter their course, we cannot hope to be rid of icons.
Quite. I can but apologize. In seeking to eliminate icons, the Empire creates them. 'Tis an irony among ironies. One with which the people of Eorzea are well acquainted, I am told.
Keeps you in business, though.
Indeed. Many summonings are the result of persecution, the weak being driven to call upon the divine for deliverance from the strong. So it was in Alamigo, the bitter fruit of Garlean oppression.
A tragic state of affairs. If we are to put an end to summoning once and for all, it shall not be through might, but harmony. Yet we continue to repeat our mistakes, oblivious to the lessons of history. My comrades and I would change all that. We, populares, have campaigned long and hard for a shift in imperial policy. And at last, the Emperor has seen fit to lend us an ear. Alas, there is a faction within Garlemald that would obstruct our every attempt at reform. A collection of pure-blooded Garleans who seek to consolidate their own supremacy. The Optimates.
Optimus Prime?
Lest you wonder, theirs was the hand that loosed our forces on the Confederacy. 'Twas a regrettable incident, one that flies in the face of everything we believe. And I swear to do all in my power to prevent a reoccurrence.
That would be most welcome. But if I may speak plain, if the Empire itself is not of one mind, how can we be certain that any peace we negotiate will be honored?
I cannot blame you for doubting us. Indeed, I should find it strange if you did not. And so, in the name of building trust, I would like to make a proposal. A
Oh,
prisoner exchange.
you want your sister back. Or stepsister, or half-sister? What was it again?
Under Garlean rule, no few Dormans were conscripted into the Imperial Army. We would repatriate them in return for those of ours you captured in the recent conflict. Naturally, any exchange would include the acting Viceroy.
Yotsu? What makes you think we have her?
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain? Let us not play games. I desire only to work to our mutual benefit. The Optimates tried and failed to take my sister by force. I would succeed by peaceable means, thereby strengthening my party's hand. 'Twould be a lie to say I would not also be glad of my sister's safe return.
A fellow plain speaker. How refreshing. Very well. Your proposal has merit, but I will need time to consider it.
Of course, my lord. May we remain in Dorma until you have come to a decision?
No.
You shall be our honored guests. Yugiri, I leave the ambassador and his retinue in your care. See that they are well looked after.
You have our gratitude, Lord Hien. We shall look forward to your answer.
I feel like he's not going to want to give her back to them. Especially in her current state. Well, that was unexpected. You can say that again. I still don't know quite what to make of it all. But on the surface, a prisoner exchange does seem a good way to begin. The question is, can they be trusted? They had not to gain by divulging the details of their internal divisions. As it stands, we have no reason to doubt them. But the ambassador's mention of Yotsuyu left me ill at ease. It made his grand talk of peace seem uncannily like a lengthy preamble. It's the hair. I don't trust hair like that. You think this might all be a ruse to facilitate a retrieval? Perhaps, though, I cannot fathom why they would go to such lengths. Yotsuyu may have been the acting viceroy, but she is not Garlean, nor even highborn. Her value must presumably lie in what she knows. Which brings us to the little matter of her memory loss. In her present condition, she would not yield any worthwhile intelligence, nor is she worth much as a bargaining piece. Alphino, you are well acquainted with the Empire's methods. I would have your thoughts on this matter. My knowledge is at your disposal, Lord Hien. While the ambassador's proposal is appealing in principle, it would be remiss of us not to give it due scrutiny. Indeed, though it seems to me I have little choice but to accept regardless. With so many of our brothers and sisters languishing in Imperial camps, I cannot well turn my back on a chance to secure their repatriation. Only the Kami know when I will be afforded another. But ere we continue, shall we excuse these two? I fear what follows will bore them to tears. I was just about to show myself out as it happens. Come on, Solitary. Let's leave Alphino to dispense his copious knowledge. Someone is still sore from being made to watch at Sakazuki. Go on and keep Alize company. We're safe enough for now. Yeah, I was gonna say. What about a bald guy? Can you trust a bald guy? A chance to relax at last. I know when I'm out of my depth, Solitary. Though no weapons are drawn, a negotiation is no less a battle, and the stakes can be every bit as high. One misplaced word and people could die. It takes someone with a cool head, and I'll be the first to admit, that's not me. So we're left with the eternal question. What to do while they prattle on? Let's go to Costa del Sol. No? Hold on, is there a market board or something here? I don't know if there would be. I want to buy some orange dye. Mender. Does anybody know if there is one here? There's not one here. Okay, we'll just have to teleport to get some of that. Come on. Oh, there's a lot of people here. All these people. I'm so used to being in areas of the game where there's literally no other players. It's weird to see other people again. There maybe your miscellaneous stuff. Maybe. No? Dies. Okay, there we go. Orange. No orange dye for sale? Really? Oh, not on that page anyways. Can I, like, search for something? Okay. Sunset Orange. Ozzy, thank you for the subscription on YouTube. Bright Orange, that's the one I want. One pot, please. Bright orange. Ooh. Very bright. Okay. Doma. Dominant. There we go. Anytime there's a photo, you know you're about to go into an important quest. Alright, for want of a better suggestion, what say you to a brief tour of the newly liberated Doma? I'd be interested to hear how the people are faring in their own words. And it's not as if we'll be missed here. Or will we? I didn't. I played against him, Domo, but I didn't try him out myself too much, other than training mode. It's okay. Solitary, a moment, if you would. Ah, Yugiri and Asahi, was it? You have some business with Solitary? Business? No. Pleasure, my lady. Pleasure? I merely wish to exchange a few words with the famed Slayer of Gods and Champion of Eorzea. It is truly an honor. Such heartfelt admiration. One could almost forget that you're an envoy of the Empire. Oh, is that so strange? We may have stood on opposing sides in the past, but I see no contradiction in lauding the woman who would do battle with our common enemy. Unless you forget, this is my homeland. It would be remiss of me not to at least thank her for containing the threat posed by the Kojin's vile icon. What was the icon for the Kojin? I don't even remember that one, for some reason. I remember the one from the Snake Ladies. The Kojin had one that was like in the treasure vault or something, right? I can't remember what it was, though. Lord Hien deliberates over my proposal, and I would take this time to see the land I once called home. Would you recommend Final Fantasy? I haven't played any, but you make it look fun. I think it just depends on which one you play, what type of gameplay style you're most interested in. Because there's a lot of different Final Fantasies. And some of them have very kind of different like combat styles, storytelling styles, and stuff like that. The times that they're set in. But like FF14, like I'm playing right now, like Peach said, you can literally you can test it out for free, and it's like, if it's your thing, awesome. If not, that's cool too. I'm mostly interested in it for the story purposes, but there's a ton of other stuff that you can do in this game that I literally like never touch, because I'm mostly focused on the story aspects is what interests me the most. But I mean, it's a full-on MMO style, you know, RPG, so there's a ton of stuff you can do just from a social aspect and stuff if you're interested. But yeah, and if Final Fantasy, you don't really like have to have played the other ones to play one. Like you could, you know, if you're most interested in Final Fantasy 16 that just released recently, you could literally start there if you wanted to, you know. So, but I love Final Fantasy, just the whole series, because I love story-centric games and like, you know, getting attached to the characters and all that. So. The ambassador has the right of it. He is not like to come to harm with you, it is said. Will you join us? FF10? I haven't played 10 myself, but I have seen playthroughs of 10, so I know the story. In that case, I'll join you as well. There is naught else to do until Lord Hien has reached his decision. Settled then. The four of us shall make a brief excursion through Yansha. Might we start at the town of Monson? I would see what has become of Doma Castle. Very well. Day one of asking for a Skyrim playthrough? I don't know if I can handle like another massive game right now. Yeah, like depending on like what type of like gameplay elements and stuff you're interested in, like FF16 and Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth have a lot of like modern elements and graphics and stuff that like You know, if that's more your type of thing, those are really good starting places for people. But even the older ones, Final Fantasy VI, 9, 8. It's not my favorite, but and then FF14 is kind of its own thing because it has more of the MMO elements and combat and stuff that some of the others don't have. Okay, I think I have to go outside and then go up and around to get anywhere on this island, if I remember correctly. What, are these two fighting or something? What did they say? Can we be civil about this? What did the other guy say? Oh, they're like chasing someone down that stole money from them. I thought they were fishing. Nah, they're trying to kill some dude. These guys attack me? Hopefully not. Actually, they will. Good question. Would you quit your main job and do Twitch, YouTube content full-time if it took off, or are you content with being a side thing? Oh, I've never thought about that because it's never been like even within the realm of reality, you know? So I've never given thought to that. I think like even if I was at a point where I could like make content creation like my main thing, I would probably still like have some sort of other income that I could like stably rely on, you know, because content creation, I mean, it can be up and down, and you know, one day, you know, maybe just nobody gives a crap about you anymore. You know, nobody wants to watch your stuff anymore, so it's not like the most secure thing unless you are like one of these huge creators that like literally any video you put up, like it's like 100,000 views on YouTube and thousands of people are tuning into your stream every time you click live, you know? So Nay, can this truly be Monson, home to the cream of Doma Samurai? I had heard of Yotsuyu intended to send some few of our automata here, but only by way of warning. It should not have come to this. Indeed, her savagery served only to incense the people and spur them to rise up and protest. It was folly to think such methods of governance could ever prove effective. The sooner we begin to make amends for this senseless destruction, the better. Securing supplies and support for the reconstruction effort should not prove difficult. Once our nations are formally at peace, of course. Yeah, McSwarlton, that's kind of one of the reasons I've always, like, struggled to, like... I've tried, I think at least 2 or 3 times in the past to like create like a stream schedule and like a upload schedule for YouTube, and those schedules have lasted for like 2 weeks. Just because like at a certain point, like when you feel like, well, I told people I'm gonna be there, so I feel obligated that I've got to be there and click live or upload something, it starts to feel more like a job. And at a certain point, I do treat it like a job, because like to grow the channels and grow the viewership and stuff, like you've got to be semi-consistent with things. Like if you're only posting, you know, once every couple months or something, and you stream just like 5 times here and then not again for the next year or something, I mean, you're not going to be able to ever build a viewer base or anything. So it's a tricky balance of trying to like keep it fun and enjoyable, but you know, treating it with enough like job-like context that people can like still depend on you producing content, you know. So but like I said, I'm nowhere near the amount of viewers on streams and views on videos on YouTube and stuff to be able to even remotely consider that type of thing. So you know, and also I think at a certain point too, if you're doing it full time, sometimes people end up like playing games or producing content that they don't really even enjoy, just because like maybe their audience enjoys it, and that's when you start to get burnt out real fast, is if you're doing stuff that you're doing it just for views or likes or monetary reasons. Like it'll drain you real quick. It's a travesty, I remember the keep being so beautiful. In the light of the setting sun, one would swear it was aflame. Yeah, this is a good kind of secondary stream game for me to Overwatch, because it's obviously very different pace and tempo and... it is indeed a doleful spectacle. Mayhap we will rebuild it one day. What does doleful mean? Doleful? When we have finished helping our people to rebuild their lives. Spoken like a true popularis. The needs of the people must come, of course, come first. Speaking of whom, would you be opposed to my seeing how they live firsthand? The village of Namai is but a short journey from here, if I'm not mistaken. By a river, yes. If you'll follow me, I will ready our boat. Oh, let's actually go by boat. I thought we were just gonna teleport over there. Jump! There we go. Entrance? To what? I must have maybe already done a dungeon there. Ready to cast off? Oh. Commence battle for his forgotten home. Okay, we must be getting attacked on the sea or something here.
Get back! I'm warning you!
Someone's in trouble.
Hmm? Oh, it's this guy. Oh.
Are you all right?
Hi.
What do they want with you?
Yuki, and you lot too. I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we.
I will, actually. I surrender. I surrender. Okay.
Away with you!
It is nothing.
Oh, crap. Get out of there. I wonder if I should just attack one at a time here.
Leave this to me.
No quarter!
Got one.
An opening.
Let's get rid of. Oh, should I take out the captain first? No, let's take out these guys first. Crap, there's a ton more.
The art of my forebears.
Maybe I should. Ooh. Yeah, these guys are starting to hurt me a lot more now.
Taste my steel!
Let's go get the captain now. Almost got him. Okay. Any more? Okay. We survived. Easy enough.
That seems to be the last of them. You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, I did most of the work. I want to thank me. Look at me in my
You saved
orange.
us again. Thank you.
Oh,
If you're
there we
ever
go.
passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
This expansion is a
Thank
thing.
goodness we arrived when we did.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far from the Ruby Sea?
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsuyu. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation. Bereft of imperial employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
The Empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
I've actually really enjoyed the music in Stormblood so far.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances. You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal. You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without, but if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong, but I don't trust you at all. I'm gonna say the Empire will never change. I don't believe.
Never? I wonder, would you have said the same of Ishgard? Believe what you will, but I assure you, the Empire can change.
Dear me, I had hoped to convey my views on our nation's shared hopes under more peaceable circumstances. Yet this regrettable little interlude did afford me a chance to see the famed hero of Eorzea in action. And few Imperial soldiers can say that. At least, few who live to tell the tale. Ba-ba-ba-bow, ba-ba-ba-bow. Well, after that little ordeal, I believe it may be time for us to return to the Enclave. Return, my lord, but what of Namai? You seemed so eager to observe the villagers going about their daily lives. To be frank, I still am, but I rather doubt the good people of Namai would take kindly to the sight of a man in imperial uniform, with blood still dripping from his blade. Even in your company, my presence would only prove a distraction. Fret not, however. Thanks to the three of you, I have seen a great deal more than I otherwise would. With any luck, Lord Hien will have finished considering my proposal by the time we return. A guilty conscience. Oh, there is an ether current there. I should get that. I should get that while I'm here. No, don't attack me. Is this the fastest way to get back there? I think so. Yeah, I've heard good things about Shadowbringers. Funny enough, Shadowbringers was my first trailer thing that I actually reacted to this game back on the YouTube channel, like almost 3 years ago or whatever that was at this point. I'm actually excited to be able to watch that trailer again now that I have a lot more context. Eight joined. Wonder if I could have, I guess I had to do this. I guess they wouldn't let me just teleport back there. Probably had to talk to the boatman there. It's good to see some other players again for a change. Alright. You're expecting my lady. Shall I show you in? Yes. Alright, let's see what the decision is. Welcome back, my friend Yugiri. It tells me you accompanied her and Asahi on a tour of Yansha. I had hoped you might take the opportunity to recover from your exertions at Sakazuki. But I gather your time was well spent. Until the ambassador affords Yugiri a chance to make a full report, however, I must rely on you to supply the details, so please, tell us how it all unfolded. Oh, you only see the wolf guys in Stormblood? The Red Kojin here. Have there been any such, other such incidents since the liberation? Not that I'm aware of. If they are planning some new venture here in Yansha, we will need to increase patrols. In any event, I am indebted to you for fighting them off. But tell me, and don't be modest, was Asahi truly the first to leap to the youngster's aid? Well, he doesn't have any problem getting rid of the Kojin. He doesn't already like the Kojin. The question is, like, would he have jumped in to help were it Empire soldiers that were trying to attack them or something? He was. I was quick to doubt him when we first met, but his desire to save them seemed quite genuine. It's possible he truly believes what he's saying. In the time I've known you, you've always been an excellent judge of character. What do you make of the ambassador? I don't think he can be trusted. and the question of what his true intention may be remains. Regardless of his aim, I'm resigned to playing his game, for now at least. Well, forswearing a summoning should be simple enough, considering you never dabbled in it in the first place, which just leaves the somewhat thornier question of how to police the Red Koji. Hey, Jen. Yeah, you're a little bit late. We're probably wrapping up here soon, but it was with that very question in mind, but there's always the VOD, so that I sought Alpino's counsel. Thanks to his knowledge of the icons and the rituals used to invoke them, I believe we've identified a workable solution. As you will recall, Susanoo was summoned forth. Oh, Susanoo, that's who it was. The power of the relics locked away in the Kojin's treasure vault on the Isle of Zeki. Though said relics remain there to this day, it is all but certain that the act of summoning exhausted their stores of ether, making subsequent summonings impossible. Assuming that is the case, preventing the Primal's return rests on denying the Red Kojin the means to amass new stores of ether. Either via the acquisition of crystals or the relics that are wont to collect. For this, I plan to enlist the aid of our friends, the Blue Kojin. Since Doma's liberation, we have forged closer bonds with Bunshin and his people, and with their support, I am quite confident we can keep the Red from obtaining what they require to call upon the Susanoo. But of the prisoners, they will be exchanged as agreed, and I will give full credit to Asahi for the success of the transaction. If there is aught we can do to help the Populares garner favor, I mean to see it done. But first, I have some unfinished business to attend to. Would you all come with me? Yes, of course, but what manner of business? Is he gonna have to tell Gosetsu that he's giving her up? Past mistake which I would see put right. One which has weighed heavily upon my mind. I don't think that's what he's talking about. Yeah.
I had her brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company. The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river. Yet here you are, the living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
What did I do? I don't remember. Was it really so terrible?
It was pretty bad.
Tell me, please! What did I do?
You speak of sins, my lord. But at whose feet do those sins lie? With the soldiers who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so? With both, I would say. For all have a conscience, and all must choose. But with no memory of who she is, or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
You ask that I show mercy.
I ask why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest. Why Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
You truly think it the will of the Kami? If so, her life is not mine to take. It is yours to safeguard. Come the hour of the exchange, if her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Garleans shall have their viceroy.
I don't think they're gonna agree to
When the
that.
people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
Thank you, my lord.
Now then, I believe we have kept our guest waiting long enough. Did Gosetsu not seem strange to you? His sympathy for your Tsuyu apart, I mean. I know his powers of endurance only too well, but after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet. He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade. Though I suppose if he and Yotsuyu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it. It falls to us to shape that future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
Quest complete. Ba 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 ba. Okay. This seems like a pretty good place to wrap up for today. Seems like a good stopping point before we... Probably gonna be... Let me see what they're about to do here. Yeah, there's a important quest coming up, so we'll pick up on that, I think, next time. Yeah, so I'm trying to do more FF14 streams here, kind of moving forward here. So if you're interested in being around for the continuation of the story, make sure you're following on Twitch or subscribed on the YouTube. You can also check out our Discord. You can find the link to the Discord in the About section over on my YouTube channel. And if you need the YouTube, you can do !YouTube in the chat, and you'll be able to find that. So, but yeah, thank you everybody. I'm going to be playing also some Overwatch this evening, so I'll be back in probably, I don't know, 10 minutes or so to start up that stream. And yeah, appreciate y'all being here. I'll catch those of you that are sticking around for Overwatch in just a little bit. Bye y'all.